I think I may have given myself a headache researching this one. Before we get into today's video, I just want to let you guys know that this video is for educational purposes only. Please remember to be kind to everybody everywhere in your everyday life, in your home, in the grocery store, and especially in the comment section down below. Please do not show hate to anybody, anywhere. So good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing today? I hope you all are having an amazing day. I hope you all are having a wonderful week so far. Today's video, oh my goodness. Today's video, we're going to be talking about a married couple, over 20 years of marriage. I mean, you're talking getting together when you're young and you're solidified and you've got 3 children and you've got what looks like the perfect life. And as a wife, you think you're probably doing everything you're supposed to be doing. And then your husband just disappears. Poof, after 20-something years. Before we get into it, though, I did want to let you guys know, if you don't already know, hi, my name is Christina. I do have a second channel, which is Casually Christina. We just do things way more casually over there. I also have a Patreon. My Patreon's for 18 and up. And over there, we talk about more personal stuff. We go live over there. There's a $2 tier for all the true crime stuff that cannot go onto YouTube due to their terms and policies. That goes over on my Patreon under the $2 tier. Just make sure you read the full about section and what each tier offers before you join. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat, and I'm on Like to Know It, and Like to Know It is a platform where I post links to a lot of things that I like and I use, or things that you guys ask about, and that is pretty much anything and everything that you can think of, from clothing items, workout gear, cooking stuff. I've been posting stuff over there as like Christmas gift inspo, because I know sometimes we're like, what do I get this person? So I've been sharing stuff that I use or like for inspo too, if you're interested in that type of thing. And all of those links are down in the description box if you would like to come and check me out. Before we go any further, I did want to stop and thank today's sponsor, HelloFresh. The holiday season is upon us, and we are all looking for ways to spend and stress less. HelloFresh makes mealtime nearly hassle-free with delicious, home-delivered, chef-crafted recipes that come together quick and less expensive than takeout. Now, whether you're craving comfort food like this delicious soup here that I made, or you're trying to please a picky eater, or you're looking for a calorie-smart meal, HelloFresh has all of those options and more available on a rotating menu of 50 recipes to choose from every single week. I personally have a very busy schedule. I'm sure a lot of you all do too. And so having HelloFresh's quick and easy meals ready for me to cook and have on the table in 20 to 30 minutes is a total lifesaver. And there are so many delicious meals to choose from. Some of my personal favorites are definitely the raviolis. All of the ravioli meals are totally delicious. The shrimp dishes, I know that I definitely want to try that shrimp and zucchini ribbons. I have not tried that one yet. And I absolutely love that HelloFresh encourages me to cook and try new things like this chicken quesadilla recipe. If you want to try HelloFresh, you can get 10 free meals at HelloFresh.com. Just use my code ChristinaRandall10 and it'll be applied across 7 boxes for new subscribers only, and it does vary by plan. But that's 10 free meals at HelloFresh.com. Just use my code ChristinaRandall10 and you can save today. Thanks again, HelloFresh. So, okay, let me tell y'all about Mr. Ryan. Now, we have covered a few cases of spouses doing terrible things just to get out of their marriage. I mean, we've done so many videos where it's like, why didn't you just get a divorce? Why would you go and plot this? Why would you do this? But this one is just, I can't wrap my mind around it. I spent so much time trying to figure out in the every crevice of the internet of research that I could, down Facebook accounts, reading comments from 10 years ago on photos, just trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together for this one. Now, real quick, everything in this video is alleged. I pull all of my information from very public sources that are already out there. Go do your own research, form your own opinion. I am not a professional. But after we talk about this, at the end of the video, I am going to show you something else that I find is so shocking, and it is a plot twist. So make sure you stay to the end, where I'll also give you my opinion if you can't guess what it is throughout this video. So today we're going to be talking about a man named Ryan Borgwardt. Now, 45-year-old Ryan has been married to his wife, Emily, his beautiful wife, mind you, for 22 years. Together, they have 2 sons and 1 daughter, and the both of them live in Wisconsin. Now, I could not find a lot about him online. I could not find any social media accounts or anything like that, which when you get more into this video, you might go, okay, that makes sense. He may not just be a guy that wants to be private, but I could find other family members' social media accounts, we'll just say that. And I saw a lot of photos of his wife. And when I tell you, she seems like the wife, and this is just my personal opinion, that wanted to do everything right. She loves her kids. She did everything with her kids, from reading to baking. She's one of those people online that is always like sharing their friends' businesses to like help promote them. You know, you got that one friend that no matter who is doing something, whether they're doing meal planning or they're doing sewing or quilting, they're always sharing and trying to help other people. His wife, I saw online, would like make food with the kids and the family in order to donate it to different people in the community, arts and crafts in every sport and every band meeting. I mean, always just one of them type of mothers and wives. One of them ones where you see them online, you want to be that person's friend. That person is probably really good to have on your like team. Like, she just seems like, and I know you can't figure out everything from social media, but I mean, there's years of photos of her just being so involved with her children in her community and seemingly very loving. However, as I have said so many times before at this point, just looking at social media accounts or social media presence does not always tell if it's a picture perfect life. However, in this case, even the people close to Emily and Ryan really believed that they had this like amazing marriage. And maybe to her they did. It has even been said by locals and friends that they seemed like they were just perfect together. They were living what a lot of people believe to be like a normal life. They worked, they took care of their children, they went to church, and so on and so on. So when Ryan, this husband of 22 years and this father of 3 children, went missing, everything just turned completely upside down. Back in August of this year, 2024, Ryan left for a relaxing fishing trip on Green Lake, which is about an hour like north of his home in Watertown, Wisconsin. Ryan sent his wife a text message on the night of August 11th that said that he was turning his kayak around and he was heading back to shore, because when he would come back from the trip, it's just an hour away, he would be able to drive home. However, he never returned home. Around 5:30 p.m. on August 12th, the following day, deputies responded to a missing persons call. I mean, his family was freaking out. They're like, okay, he didn't show up. Maybe it was this, maybe it was that, And so the deputies now, at this point, are going out looking for him because he's been reported missing. Now, Green Lake is the largest inland lake in Wisconsin and has had previous drownings there. So, of course, you can think as a wife, her mind is racing at this point. Okay, he texted me at this time. He was going back in. He was in a kayak. He was by himself. Nobody's heard from him. Her mind is racing. When the police ended up getting there to investigate, to look for him, this is where they found Ryan's kayak, his life jacket, his water bottle, his tackle box, and his fishing pole were all found in the water, and his car was still parked nearby. Now, of course, as you can imagine, his entire family was worried sick. This was reportedly very out of character for Ryan, so his family could only assume the absolute worst. Emergency response teams and a volunteer dive team called Bruce's Legacy immediately started searching the lake for Ryan. Cadaver dogs were even brought in. I mean, instantly at this point, when the police originally went out there and found all his stuff there, the community started to come together to look for him quickly. However, he was nowhere to be found. Days and days of search efforts went by with absolutely no sign of Ryan. Now, that lake, in some parts of it, is like 200 plus feet deep, and the water was murky, but they never stopped looking for him. After 54 days of non-stop search efforts, the search was officially called off. But it may not be for the reasons that you are thinking. In a press conference, the sheriff said, "We do not know where Ryan is, but we do know that he is not in our lake." Now that gives me chills, okay, to hear like this whole community has come together. They're looking for him. This father, this husband of 22 years, all of his stuff is there. Wallet's there, ID is there, passport is there, everything is there. And they said, "We don't know where he's at, but he's not in our lake." While search teams were actually searching the lake for Ryan, investigators were digging into Ryan's personal life, and you will not believe what they found. According to the sheriff, they found out that Ryan had actually recently gotten a new passport. He had reported that his passport was missing, so he got a whole new one. And he had also been chatting with a woman from Uzbekistan.
A digital forensic analyst of a laptop that we were given through the wife, searching that, the disappearance that we have found that he was in some place in Europe. Through that forensic analyst, we recovered that he replaced his hard drive on the laptop. He cleared the browser on the day of his disappearance. He sank the laptop into the cloud on August 11th. He took photos of his passports. We found out that he moved funds to a foreign bank, changing his email and communication with a woman in Uzbekistan. He took out a $375,000 life insurance policy in January, and he purchased airline cards. Due to these discoveries of the new evidence, we were sure that Ryan was not in our lake.
So let me just recap this for you. The investigators first found out the day after Ryan went missing that his passport was actually scanned in Canada, meaning he was crossing the border from the U.S. to go into Canada where he had to show his passport. They scanned it. They're like, that's bizarre. He was supposed to be at the lake, and we have his passport here as well. Then a digital forensic analyst went through Ryan's laptop. This is when this analyst found out that Ryan had replaced the hard drive in his laptop, completely cleared his browsing history the day that he went missing, and took pictures of his passport. He ended up moving money to a foreign bank account, changed his email address, and had taken out a $350,000 life insurance policy back in January and had been communicating with a woman in, guess where? Uzbekistan. Now, given all that information, the sheriff brought in the FBI and Homeland Security. The sheriff now says that their goals moving forward are to identify any crimes that may have been committed by individuals that may have helped Ryan and to pursue for the taxpayer money that was spent, basically wasted, searching for Ryan.
Our investigation has many steps to take. It's a puzzle that we're putting together. We got many pieces, but we got a lot more pieces to find. Our goals are to identify any crimes that have been committed by any individuals who assisted with this crime, investigations and the aspects of the crime with the assistance of our state and federal international partners. Pursue for expenses and searches funded by the taxpayers. We put in a lot of time, 54 days we put in.
The sheriff then went on to talk about the community and Ryan's wife.
I'd like to thank the dedication of my sheriff's office. But most of all, I want to thank the family. I want to thank his wife. That is one strong lady. Whenever we called on her, she always responded, and she gave everything that she could for us. I cannot imagine what she's going through, and they're going through. It's really hard, because one, they felt that their dad was drowned. A day ago, they found out that he wasn't.
And the sheriff even got emotional when he was giving a message directly to Ryan.
There's one last thing I want to do. And this is to Ryan. Ryan, if you are viewing this, I plead that you contact us or contact your family. We understand that things can happen, but there's a family that wants their daddy back.
Now, it has been said that the whole community is rallying around Emily and her children to support them as much as possible during this time. I cannot imagine. They just grieved or were going through the grieving process of thinking that he, again, her husband of 22 years, and the father of their 3 children was gone, drowned. Now they're like, what? Back in January, he made this life insurance policy and he cleared out his browsing history and he changed out the stuff in the computer and he got a new like he had been planning this. And as a wife, you just know his wife is racking through her brain like all of the laughs that they had through the year, or when he came in from work and he gave her a hug and she's like going like, did he act different? Was he being weird? Was he on his phone too long? I cannot imagine. And then having to tell the children. And since I filmed this video and got it ready for you all, there has been another twist and turn. So it looks like Ryan has officially contacted the local police department and the sheriff that has been given these press conferences. And he sent in this video.
Good evening, it's Ryan Borgwardt. Today, hello Matt. Today is November 11th. It's approximately 10 a.m. by you guys. I'm in my apartment. I am safe, secure, no problem. Hope this works.
In the press conference, the sheriff said that the number one thing they want to do is get Ryan home safely and get him back reunited with his children. And listen, I'm not judging. I don't know what's going on in his wife's mind and his children's mind, but I don't know. I just kind of feel like if it was me, he could stay over there. Like, good riddance. If that's how you're going to do our children, my children would probably be better off without a person like that in their lives, but I don't know their situation and I don't know them, so I don't know what's really going on, but it's just incomprehensible. With all that being said, I cannot help but to wonder if there's actually a woman that he's going to meet in Uzbekistan, because there are all kind of romance scams. And the fact that he transferred all this money to a foreign bank account, and if you've watched my videos, you know that I have told y'all before, I'm affiliated with a local homeless shelter, okay? There has been so many people coming through there that have lost everything due to these scams. People that are in their older years, 80s, worked their whole entire life, have a retirement check coming in, and they've fell in love with some woman because they live alone and they don't have nobody monitoring all their stuff, which they should be able to live alone, right? At their age, they've worked hard. And then they end up giving access to their bank account to some woman overseas. And it is sometimes almost impossible to get that stuff reversed and get them checks from being, I mean, it's very common. You would be surprised. Now, when asked, the sheriff said that it is too early to talk about charges that they may file against Ryan. And the sheriff, in my opinion, more or less tried to encourage Ryan to do the right thing. I'll be honest, I find it hard to believe that they're going to be able to extradite him for that. It's very hard to extradite people and it's expensive. It typically needs to be like a very serious charge. And in this case, it's not like he can always say that he just disappeared, which this is the thing. Why didn't he just leave his wife a note? Why didn't he just text her and saying, I'm done, I'm leaving, I'm checking out? But to let them go through all of this is incomprehensible. Now, when I was digging about this case, because I'm just like, I need to know, what does he do for work? I could never actually find out. you know, how often did he travel and do things alone? And, you know, I see all these pictures that his wife was doing and being involved, and every now and then he's in the background just kind of smiling in a photo. So what, you know, I was wondering. This is when I came across this TikTok video, you guys, and listen, I don't know if this is this guy or not. Sometimes I look at the photos and sometimes I don't. I'm gonna pop this photo up right here. You can look at the comparison before I show you this video. Sometimes it looks like him and sometimes it doesn't to me. But you gotta find this very peculiar. There was a video posted on this TikTok account right here. You can see the name down at the bottom on June 4th. Now remember, he didn't go missing until August, okay? On June 4th in California, where this young lady was doing these videos for TikTok about giving free advice. Listen to this.
I go to Uzbekistan or stay here.
Do you have family there?
No.
Why do you want to go?
Meet a woman.
You don't like American women?
No, I'm married.
But you want to find someone else?
Empty nest. I'm not sure. That's why I'm asking you.
I think that requires you to divorce someone first.
Well, maybe. That's the advice.
Yes. You need to figure out what's going on. Why is it not possible?
Indecision.
I feel like indecision is a decision in itself, because if you're even questioning,
What's yes or no?
the answer depends on where your marriage stands, sir. So sort out your marriage and then get back to me on that.
Figure it out from there.
Now, either you got a lot of men this age willing to just straight up say that they're going to leave their wives to go to Uzbekistan or not. It's screaming midlife crisis, whether this guy is him or not. I mean, it's so similar. It's tall like him. I mean, you guys got to remember, a lot of these photos that we're seeing of Ryan are older photos, and angling makes a difference. But whether it's him or not, like, midlife crisis for real. You just gonna up and like get a divorce. Why hurt your children if you're not happy in your marriage? I mean, why hurt your wife too? But like, your children, those kids were probably crying every day. I just cannot even imagine. Disgusting. This is not a video that I even feel like, what can we learn from this? Other than people are so selfish and bizarre sometimes. Let me know what y'all think down below. Other than that, I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Love you guys. Bye.